All right, guys, so you can't see me right now, but I can show you this right here, what I just caught back to back. 2 huge crappie right on this dock, so we're gonna try and catch some more. See what happens. I'm fishing with a black and chartreuse twister tail. Try not to hook a bird. It's really windy out. You guys can probably hear that in the audio. But yeah, right on this dock is where they are. And this is actually the same spot we caught them last year. At the same time, just about. I highly doubt that. Huh? I doubt there's only 2 there. I got one. Another nice crappie. Keep reeling it in too tight. This one's proven to be a little difficult to unhook. There we go. So this makes crappie number 3 in about 5 minutes. So we're gonna stick him in the fish basket. Come on, buddy. Yep.
They don't go in contrary to steel.
They're too big. Nothing like having fish that are just too big. Oh wait, my jig's all messed up. So yeah, this is what we're using, or what I'm using. He's using a white twister tail. I've just got a little black jig with a, you can see there, and it is.
You were out of meat here very shortly.
I've got more if you want them.
Can't understand why I haven't managed to bag a half a dozen of them on this white twister tail, which always fails, never fails.
Maybe the flash of this one just gets them.
Something gets them, I'll tell you that. You're doing all right.
Ah, that's not a fish.
You got a piece of the dock on that one, I think, but
Yeah. A little too far back in there.
that's that hanging down part, I think.
Don't back the motor in there. Now we're gonna try and catch fish. Yeah, I'm gonna try this right here, actually. I like that. So this is another jig head with a orange twister tail.
Are you talking to me or the camera or what?
Kind of both. I'm gonna fish, try this other one and see. It's orange.
Well, I've decided to do something slightly different myself.
What's that?
I'm putting on a yellow jig with a white twister tail, and I'm taking my sinker off because we're fishing to shoreline.
Right.
Did you let your line go in the boat?
Huh? No, it's right here.
The line you cut off.
Oh, no. That's...
There's clear line laying down there.
Well, there's like a little clump of it, but
That's probably what I'm talking about.
the majority of it is all...
Yeah.
I wound it up and put it in my bag.
Wound up on your hand, right?
And put it in my bag, yeah.
Yes, of course. All right, bud, here we go. This is what you came for, right?
Yep. 14-inch crappie.
Huh?
14-inch crappie.
I just soon catch 14-inch perch.
Does that look good?
Might do it. I don't know.
It's a little different than what it was before.
Catch that pike and get your hook back.
Yeah, right. I don't know, he might not have hooked himself. But yeah, I've only got like 1, 2, 3, 5 of those little black ones. So I figured I might as well try something else and save those for another day. Unless I have to. If I don't catch anything on this.
That's one we call a flurry of activity.
Got one. Oh my God, he choked it. That's just gone down his throat.
Huh?
Look how far down he ate that. If that were a bluegill, I wouldn't be getting this back. Jeez. I've got pliers. That one's probably the biggest yet.
Yeah.
That's like 15 or 16. And like 2 inches thick. Like I can barely get my hand around that.
Is that what you're here for?
They feel like bass. It's like 4 pounds of fish. I'll have to weigh them. I modified my scale a little bit, so maybe I'll weigh them when we're done.
What scale?
This scale, I put this thing on it
Yeah.
because that's a lot easier. All right, everybody. So you know the deal by now. My GoPro died while I was fishing. So you actually saw what most of the video is going to be, is just the crappie. I'm pretty sure all the ones I caught were on camera. So I caught 4 like 15-inch crappie probably. My grandpa caught 2, and then I caught 4 bass. 2 were smallmouth, 2 were largemouth, and I lost a fish that was probably my PB. So probably 25 inches and 7 pounds maybe. I mean, it was huge, and I could see it. It was like practically an arm's reach away. Okay, maybe not that close, but it was really close to where like I could see its mouth, I could see the jig in its mouth, and it just came unhooked right as it swam. I fished around that spot, and I caught another fish, but it wasn't that one. So, you know, it really sucks. It does, but yeah. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna angle the camera down here, and you can see I've got my electric knife, and we're gonna clean these fish. But first, we're gonna measure and weigh some of these. So I'll show you the biggest one. I think, I mean, all of them were really quite big, but ow, I think this guy right here is the biggest. So get a weight on him first. Oh, stop flopping. Get a weight on him first. It's only about 3/4 of a pound. It's not big, but yeah. So about 3/4 of a pound, but weight isn't really the deal on these. What we really want to know is, stay down, buddy, length. So we got our tape measure. This guy is about 14 inches. So this is a 14-inch crappie, probably the biggest one. There's another one that's of similar size, but we'll clean this guy first. So you guys probably know how to clean a fish if you're okay. Maybe you don't, but to clean a fish, I use an electric knife. I think it's easier. And by the way, don't mind the lawnmower noises outside. It's my neighbor. So to clean a fish, the way I do it, and the way most people do it, is you want to make a cut that's angled towards their head, right behind the gill plate, and you got to kind of get under those scales there, like that. You want to cut right down to the spine until you hear it kind of, you know, hitting like that. So then you want to flip it around, and then just, I'm going to make sure I didn't cut through his spine. No. You want to go like this and just cut along its back. Right down to the tail. Flip it over. There's some guts. Probably an egg sac. Disgusting. Yeah, obviously this is a female. Boy, did I miss some meat there. See, I missed all that meat, which is a shame, but so then you're gonna want to put it up against the skin and cut it off the skin. Being careful not to cut through the skin. Like that. See, even there I still missed a little meat, which is bad. I mean, bad, yeah. It's just bad. Then I like to just cut this off. Come on. I try to cut it off. Like that. That just makes it easier to flip over and clean. But this is not your complete fillet. So you got that much done, but then you gotta flip it like this and cut out these ribs. Oh wow, I just made a nice gouge in my cardboard, but that's okay. And you're just gonna kind of cut it like that, and you don't really want to miss that meat either, because that's still good meat. So you're just gonna cut like that, Make a cut there. There. So that is a nice, it's bloody, but it's a good crappie fillet. Even this piece right here, that's not a big deal. That is a huge, thick crappie fillet, about a 1/2 inch thick. So then I'm actually gonna cut another piece of cardboard off. And no, I'm not. I probably should put my fillet on there. So then you're gonna flip over the fish and then do the same thing to the other side. So you're just gonna flip back their side fin. I don't really know what that's called. Make a cut that's angled towards the head. Like that. And then, or wait, I'm doing this wrong. Fool. You wanna do that, and then you're just gonna get your knife blade down in there. Like that. Flip this back. And again, I mean, I missed a lot of meat, but I mean, you do what you can do. So then you're gonna do the same thing, cut it off the skin. Like that. So now this is another nice big crappie fillet. I mean, that's a thick fillet. Even with that meat there, it's still a lot of meat that you just don't want to waste. So then that's like that. Reach in and get another fish. And I'm not gonna obviously show you how to fillet all these fish because you know you get it with one fish. So I'm gonna stop the video, and probably won't be today, but later this week or something like that. We'll finish it up when we actually cook it. So with bloody hands, I will stop the video, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Alright everybody, so this is a couple days after you saw me clean those fish. We got them right here. All those nice fillets. They're freaking huge. Yeah, so this is like a couple days later. I didn't make them yesterday because, I don't know, I didn't have time. But today I do, so I'm going to show you how I sometimes make crappie and bluegill and perch. So, first thing we're going to do is not here. We're actually going to get a pan to fry them in. Okay. I'm going to get a nice frying pan. And then we're going to start heating up our oil first. Whoop, that's not right. We're going to start heating up our oil first so we don't have to wait for it. I use peanut oil, but it really doesn't make a difference, I don't think. You can use, vegetable oil. Probably could use olive oil, but vegetable oil is going to be better. So we'll open up our oil and then pour enough to pretty much fill the bottom. Move it around a little bit. Might want a little more. That's probably good, and I'm just about out of oil. Set that back over here. I got everything up. Well, just about. I hope that this is everything. I don't think I need anything else. If you hear that, that's my dog scratching the door because he's outside. Just ignore it. So yeah, we've got fish, we've got our batter, we've got milk that I'm gonna pour into a bowl because that's our next step, is to get some milk to moisten them in. And I'm gonna put the camera down like this, and then we're gonna open this up, and we're gonna put our batter, or not a batter, kind of a batter. It's not really battered up. Our what's the word I'm looking for? Batter. Let's call it batter. It says batter on it. So yeah, we're just gonna put a pretty good amount I've got a lot of fish. There's the dog. There's the dog. He came in. My mom let him in. And yeah, so we're gonna put enough in here. Whoop, I spilled some. That's not enough. But we're gonna put enough in here. How many times am I gonna say that? To fill up about the bottom of the bag, and enough that'll, once we shake these, we'll coat these fish. You can cut them, but I'm not going to because I want to like make light of how big these are. I mean, that's like probably solid 1/2 inch thick, and I mean, they're huge fillets from huge crappie. I mean, that barely fits in the bowl. I'm actually going to bring my bag over here so I don't drip milk all over. And we're just going to go like this, and then just drop them in. Probably. You want some air in it. That might be contaminating it, but who really cares? Oh, well, I guess we are. There's the coronavirus, so people might care, but hopefully they don't find out. So we're just going to give that a good shake. Really good shake. Make sure they're all coated good. The reason I'm not doing them all at once is just because I don't want to have that much fish in here. So there, now they should be good and coated. Not sure if our oil's hot though. So let's see here. It's a good way to tell. It's just if it feels really warm, and it doesn't. It doesn't feel very warm. So in the meantime, we'll just get some other stuff ready. Wipe that up. So, I'm gonna bring the camera over here and the fish over here. That. Gonna get some tongs. We don't need those yet, I guess. Those will be for a little later. Gonna get our fish, put them in the oil. It's not sizzling yet, but that'll be okay. It'll be cooking soon enough. Put that down. Make sure. That's not really. Get a fork, that'll be a lot easier. Just make sure our fillets are flat in there. I hope these 6 fit. Oh, that's a big fillet. Obviously don't want them on top of each other. So I'm gonna move him over there, move him over there, move him over there. But that is a huge fillet. I want some oil back there so that cooks. That's only 4. Maybe 6 won't fit. I know I'm gonna be able to fit 5 if I just do some moving around. Ideally, you could have a deep fryer too, but pan works just as good. Well, maybe it doesn't work just as good, but it works about as good as I want it. Just move that around. Make sure they're just not on top of each other is what we want. I'm not really touching. Which they are. Oh wait, we got one more. I guess that's not gonna happen. So, and since this is really tight, I'll just cook 4 next time. So yeah, well that's kind of waiting to heat up. I cook it for about 2.5 minutes on each side. I mean, that's still not really warm though. And this, I want a little more batter. That should be good. And then we get all the rest of our fillets. So we'll actually have to make 3 batches, since we can only cook them 4 at a time, really. Air is really important to have because it makes it able for the fish fillets and the batter to really get shaken up. And I need a little more air. Angle the camera. There we go. You really want to shake them good, because that'll coat them evenly and make sure that they're actually covered. There. I think that should be good. Just leave the milk for now. I don't see any reason to. But now that we see that our fish is sizzling, we'll start a timer for probably, I don't know, I'll give it 2.5 minutes because those are thick fillets. So we're gonna go 2 minutes. Oh shoot. 2 minutes. No, 29 seconds because I don't know why. Get our second batch ready, and then I'm gonna flip these with tongs just because that'll be easier than with a spatula, just because of how big these are. If I were gonna use smaller pieces like nuggets kind of, I would more likely use a spatula. So yeah, we'll just wait for those to cook. Wait for our timer to go off, and then flip them and do them for another 2.5 minutes. And yeah, so we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys once probably once I'm on the last batch on the last side. The timer is going off, guys. So you can see I started cutting up some broccoli. Here's our last batch frying. I'm gonna stop that timer. The first batch I noticed didn't really need to be flipped. They were pretty much cooked all the way through when before I was even because I was trying to flip them and they were breaking apart, kind of like that one just did. So I've been my second, like, I haven't really been cooking them for 2.5 minutes on each side. I've kind of just been cooking them for 2.5 minutes and then another little bit just to crispify, doubt that's a word, but crispify the other side so that there's no like batter. And these are the ones that we've cooked all the way. And they're excellent. Our broccoli water, you can't see, but it's boiling down in there. So I'm gonna finish cutting up this broccoli, and then I'm gonna, oh come on, then I'm gonna take the last of that fish out, and that'll be our meal. We'll probably have a little more, but that'll be enough for all of my family. A head of broccoli and 6 oversized crappie fillets. So yeah, that's all cut up pretty good. But I don't want my fish to overcook. So I'm gonna go like that. That piece just broke off. try and drain some of the oil just by going like that, because you don't want a whole bunch of oil in your fish. Just go like that. Helps a little bit, but you can hear the fans going. That's so our whole house doesn't smell like fish. And I mean, these pieces are just as good, so I'm not gonna leave them in here. So there. That is our nice platter of 6 bluegill fillet, or bluegill, crappie fillets. And that's a hot burner. Yeah, so that's boiling. You can probably see the steam. Maybe not. Yeah, there you go. You can see that. So yeah, this broccoli is just about done getting cut up. Just trying not to get all these ends on here. So what we're gonna do is just take a handful of this stuff, put that in our pot. And then get the lid from over here. Lid. Stick that on there. And those will cook for about, I'll set the timer over here, 10 minutes. 9 minutes, or 9 minutes, because why not? And I don't feel like waiting. 9 minutes. That oil is just gonna sit there. I'm gonna turn the fan off actually, because it doesn't need to be turned on. I'm gonna throw our broccoli in the bag away. Since I'm such a fine cook, I'm gonna set the table. So I'm gonna get all this stuff out of the way. Do that. Got 6.5 minutes for our broccoli. And so yeah, I'll see you guys again once the meal's actually ready. Alright, so the timer just went off on our broccoli, so we are gonna get an oven mitt because that might be warm. Warm, I mean hot. Whoa, go like that. Oh, sorry, back up. And then we're gonna set this aside. Whoops. Turn off the burner. Move it off the burner. Like that. And then I think it's still a little warm. So I'm gonna get the oven mitt back out along with this thing. Get our broccoli and try and find the right angle. Oop, spilled a little bit there. Come on. There we go. Spill a little bit, but that's not too bad. That in there, that in there. Then you're going to get some butter and get a nice piece of that and put it in there like that. Let that melt. We're gonna put our butter back, get some salt and pepper, not put it in the oil because you don't want oil on our shakers. Get some salt and pepper on that, a little pepper right there, and salt here, and then a little on the fish even, just for good measure. Okay, so then we're going to put these on the table. get our broccoli and wipe it off because I put it in the oil. And the camera's over here, and you might not have heard that. But what I said was I'd wipe off the bottom of that. That's just what I'm doing. And put that there for our side. And then, of course, the main dish, which is our big platter of fish, right there. So, now that that is made, yeah, so that's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is gonna be a longer video, but you know, I did the catch, did the clean, and did the cook. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Jeez, Beckett says please subscribe. So listen to the dog, and yeah.